Hey everyone, welcome. On this channel, we're going to get into an advanced look at the story Disastrous Necromancer. Come with me as we unravel the journey of Lin Moyu, from his beginnings to him becoming a force to be reckoned with in a mysterious new world. If this story sounds like something you'll enjoy, please like, share, and comment. Your support helps us keep providing these in-depth looks into the world of Disastrous Necromancer. Now let's continue.
After the soul reached the holy venerable realm, the soul eye was further enhanced, allowing one to see more subtle things. In the eyes of others, the desert was just a desert, with nothing unusual about it. The information in the Secret Realm Strategy Group also recorded that no anomalies were found in the desert. There were even divine venerables who directly overturned the desert, but the desert was like a bottomless pit, with nothing discovered. However, in Lin Moyu's eyes, the desert revealed its true form. It was not an ordinary desert. Every grain of sand was composed of fragments of ancient symbols. These fragments were densely packed, looking no different from sand, but internally, they contained the power of ancient symbols. Lin Moyu had experienced many secret realms, and in many of them, fragments of ancient symbols would evolve into terrifying symbol beasts. The same fragments of ancient symbols, in the treasure ship Secret Realm, only evolved into sand. This showed that the ancient symbol that evolved this secret realm was very gentle in nature. Not only gentle but also quite complete. Along the way, Lin Moyu saw the flowers, plants, and trees in the secret realm, all looking very perfect. Unlike the secret realms he had seen before, which had more or fewer flaws. The more perfect the evolution of the secret realm, the more complete the ancient symbol. Similarly, the more perfect the ancient symbol, the fewer flaws it had. Lin Moyu looked at the desert for a while, and through the veins of the runes, combined with his understanding of the runes, he already knew the conditions for the appearance of the treasure ship. The condition was the symbol gold he had obtained. Lin Moyu took out 10 pieces of symbol gold and threw them onto the desert. At the same time, Lin Moyu paid attention to the changes in the distant mountains, forests, and lakes. After the symbol gold landed, the terrain of the mountains and forests suddenly dropped a bit, and the water level of the lakes also slightly lowered. The changes were very subtle, just within a millimeter, and silent. If it weren't for Lin Moyu's extremely sensitive soul, he wouldn't have sensed it at all. Then Lin Moyu threw out some more symbol gold. The more symbol gold he threw, the more the terrain of the mountains and forests and the water level of the lakes dropped. When he retrieved the symbol gold, the terrain of the mountains and forests and the water level of the lakes rose again. Lin Moyu knew that his judgment was probably correct. To verify his judgment, he waited quietly for a while. A few hours later, he sensed that the terrain and the water level of the lakes had both risen. This change made Lin Moyu completely certain that his judgment was correct. Section 2298-2369. In the past, in the secret realm, all kinds of guesses were needed. This time it was not a guess but a reasonable judgment based on his understanding of the runes. The correct judgment was equivalent to the knowledge he had learned being verified, and it was correct, giving him a sense of satisfaction. As long as enough symbol gold is obtained, the water in the lakes will continue to increase and eventually overflow. At that time, the terrain of the mountains and forests will be high enough, and the lake water will rush into the desert, turning the desert into an oasis, and the treasure ship will appear. According to the current situation, at least tens of thousands of pieces of symbol gold are needed to irrigate the desert with lake water. Tens of thousands of pieces of symbol gold, even for Lin Moyu, would require entering and exiting the secret realm hundreds of times. Lin Moyu wouldn't foolishly collect symbol gold like that. He chose a simpler and more violent way. His whole body flashed with purple gold light, and he instantly punched thousands of times. Countless large fists flashing with purple light appeared in the void, some hitting the mountains and forests, some hitting the lakes. The mountains and forests were flattened, forcibly smashed down. The lake water exploded and soared into the sky, creating gaps in the lakes. The lake water began to rush out along the paths Lin Moyu had punched out, flowing towards the desert. The terrain was not high enough, and the lake water had not overflowed, so he forcibly blasted the lake water out, artificially creating an oasis. According to Lin Moyu's judgment, his method should be useful. The lake water poured into the desert from all directions, gradually making the desert wet. Slowly, the lake water covered the entire desert, and the desert disappeared, turning into an oasis. Lin Moyu suddenly found that this secret realm had become complete. The previous desert was like a wound in this world, out of place with the beautiful world. Now that it had turned into an oasis, Lin Moyu suddenly found that this world had become a true paradise. The lake water had not yet dried up, and Lin Moyu had hit hard enough, with an astonishing amount of lake water flowing over. A whirlpool appeared in the center of the oasis, spinning faster and faster, and a fountain shot out from the whirlpool like an arrow straight into the sky. Immediately after, a treasure ship rushed out of the whirlpool and flew into the sky. Along with the treasure ship, a large amount of symbol gold also rushed out, scattering in all directions and disappearing into the mountains and forests. The amount of symbol gold was considerable, and each piece was of good quality, better than the ones Lin Moyu had obtained. The eruption of symbol gold would last for a while, with the quality decreasing and the quantity gradually reducing over time. Lin Moyu found that some symbol gold disappeared after landing, not knowing where it went. The amount of symbol gold left in the secret realm was actually only a few thousand pieces. It should have gone to other people's secret realms. The appearance of the treasure ship and the eruption of symbol gold benefited everyone who entered the secret realm. Moreover, the treasure ship would not only stay in this secret realm but would wander through various secret realms and then disappear again. When the treasure ship wandered, it would bring black beasts, which would hunt the cultivators in the secret realm. The black beasts were out of place with the gentleness of this ancient symbol. Lin Moyu had suspected this before, and now seeing it with his own eyes, he understood the origin of the black beasts. There was a gap on the treasure ship. A mass of black gas was entangled in the gap, with bloodlines floating in the black gas. It was the power from the Black Blood Great World. In the great battle of that year, the treasure ship was still damaged. A strong person from the Black Blood Great World had punched a hole in the treasure ship, and the power had lingered for years, always entangling the treasure ship. In addition to the power of the Black Blood Great World, fragments of ancient symbols were constantly falling from the gap. These fragments of ancient symbols were the sand. The entire secret realm was not perfectly evolved because of this gap. The eruption of symbol gold gradually came to an end, and the treasure ship began to move. The black gas mass on the gap expanded rapidly, turning into ferocious black beasts in the air, pouncing towards Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu didn't take these black beasts seriously at all. The skeleton divine generals flew out and counterattacked. The white sword energy swept through the secret realm, instantly slashing the black beasts that flew over. The strength of the black beasts was only at the 5th rank of the divine venerable, much weaker than the skeleton divine generals. After slashing the black beasts, the skeleton divine generals were the first to kill towards the treasure ship. The treasure ship suddenly bloomed with dazzling light, and countless runes appeared on the ship's body. The runes formed a rune array, and the skeleton divine generals were bounced back when they hit the rune array. The rune array of the treasure ship was quite strong, and the skeleton divine generals alone couldn't break in. Moreover, the rune array was connected to the entire treasure ship. If it was forcibly destroyed, the treasure ship might be damaged as well. Lin Moyu also felt that with the means of the holy symbol Celestial Lord, there might be other arrangements inside. Forcibly breaking in might trigger a chain reaction. After watching for a while, Lin Moyu had already found a way to get in. The soul sensed the vibration frequency of the rune array. The means of the holy symbol Celestial Lord were superb, and the entire rune array, with a large number of runes, had almost the same vibration frequency. He accurately grasped the frequency of the rune array and adjusted his soul's vibration frequency accordingly. The soul enveloped his whole body like flowing water, vibrating like the rune array. Then Lin Moyu took a step forward, and the next moment he broke through the rune array and appeared on the treasure ship. For others, the treasure ship was inaccessible, but for Lin Moyu, it was as simple as going home. The next second, Lin Moyu arrived at the gap entangled with black gas. Let's deal with you first. One by one, black beasts materialized and charged towards Lin Moyu. The power from the Black Blood Great World was extremely violent, treating all beings from other worlds as enemies. The skeleton divine generals appeared, wielding bone swords, and slaughtered all the black beasts. Inside the treasure ship, the skeleton divine generals did not use sword energy to avoid damaging the treasure ship. Lin Moyu approached the gap, and the law of immortality surged out. The grey power of death enveloped the gap like a giant hand, corroding the black gas. The power of death corrodes everything, and even the power from the Black Blood Great World would be corroded. Since Lin Moyu stepped into the Celestial Lord realm, his strength had greatly increased, and his control over the laws had reached perfection. The corrosive power of the laws had significantly increased compared to before. Bloodlines continuously emerged, and the entire mass of black gas struggled frantically as if it had exploded. The struggle of a rootless source was meaningless, and it was completely corroded in no time. Facing the power from the Black Blood Great World again, Lin Moyu already had some experience. The Black Blood Great World is not as powerful as imagined. This power comes from an existence comparable to a celestial lord. Even after millions of years, it is still not weak, but it can still be erased by my power. In this way, the Black Blood Great World was probably only on par with the Great World back then. That's why they used some special methods to incite rebellions among various races. Otherwise, we should have won that Great War. Lin Moyu thought of the strong beings in the Black Blood Great World, manipulating star beasts in the dark void. They seemed to have a special ability. The power of the Black Blood Great World was erased, and the runes around the gap on the treasure ship began to glow, and the gap started to self-repair. The repair speed was not very fast, and it was estimated that it would take several years to fully repair. Lin Moyu turned and walked towards the interior of the treasure ship. The treasure ship was not large, only about 100 meters long, and its internal structure was very simple. For the ancient symbol warriors, the treasure ship was as small as dust. However, within the entire ancient symbol warrior group, the treasure ship played an extraordinary role. Lin Moyu could roughly understand the actions of the holy symbol Celestial Lord. The treasure ship was responsible for providing backup runes and repairing damaged areas, so its safety was very important. If the treasure ship was too large, it would be a conspicuous target. But if it was too small, even with space runes, there would be a shortage of runes. In battle, the consumption of runes was astonishing. Space runes were definitely needed, and even space rune arrays would be used. Lin Moyu guessed that inside the treasure ship, there should be an enormous space. He walked into the cabin, and his vision suddenly widened. Lin Moyu entered a vast space. This space was so large that Lin Moyu's eyesight couldn't see the end. I guessed right. This space can probably accommodate a star. The holy symbol Celestial Lord is really generous. With such a large space, how many runes can it hold? The space still had a strong ancient symbol aura, indicating that it once stored a massive amount of ancient symbols. Unfortunately, these ancient symbols were exhausted in the battle. The battle between the ancient symbol warriors and the strong beings from the Black Blood Great World was earth-shattering, covering the entire Divine City star domain. Thousands of star systems were completely destroyed, and the battle was extremely fierce. Lin Moyu felt the aura left from ancient times, as if he could see the Great War of that year. He walked through the space, searching for any remnants. The entire space was very empty, with seemingly nothing left. Why did the holy symbol Celestial Lord want me to come here? From the inheritance, he should have left something, but there is nothing here. Lin Moyu guessed that it might be in another place, as there were still some areas of the treasure ship he hadn't explored. After walking around and finding nothing, Lin Moyu left the space. He returned to the treasure ship and searched the remaining areas. After searching around, he found nothing. The structure of the treasure ship was too simple, and apart from the special space, everything else was visible at a glance. Finally, he returned to the cabin and entered the vast space expanded by the rune array. Lin Moyu stopped. If it is something left by the Celestial Lord, it would not be easily discovered. What if it wasn't me who came in, but another race? Lin Moyu's thoughts raced. He put himself in the shoes of the Celestial Lord and thought about what he would do. The soul eye opened again, scanning the space. There were a large number of runes around, jumping and glowing rapidly. Lin Moyu recognized these runes, which were mostly space runes, combined with some other runes, forming a complex and powerful rune array. Lin Moyu was absorbed by the rune array, staring at it without blinking and starting to study it. This was a rune array from a Celestial Lord, with great research value. If he could learn its principles, it would be extremely beneficial to him. Lin Moyu realized that even if it was just this rune array, the trip was worth it. The treasure ship slowly flew through the secret realm, passing through one secret realm after another, each with different cultivators. Some people tried to approach the treasure ship but were blocked. Some saw the treasure ship and immediately thought of the black beasts, preparing for battle. But the black beasts did not appear, which puzzled them. No one knew that there was a passenger on the treasure ship, diligently studying the rune array left by the holy symbol Celestial Lord. As he studied the rune array, Lin Moyu continuously gained insights and had a deeper understanding of the use of runes. The holy symbol Celestial Lord, as the foremost rune master of his time, had an understanding of runes far beyond that of the rune saint Lord. However, due to his limited realm, he could not yet touch ancient symbols. The intricacies of the entire rune array were unprecedented in Lin Moyu's life. Compared to it, the various space-expanding arrays of the human race were like child's play. Could it be that the Celestial Lord wanted me to come here just to learn the rune array? Did he use this method to demonstrate the rune array to the inheritor? Lin Moyu had this thought but felt it was not right. If it was just that, he could have said it directly. Why the secrecy? It shouldn't be just that. The Celestial Lord must have other arrangements. Lin Moyu had dealt with the holy symbol Celestial Lord and could roughly guess that this Celestial Lord would not be so simple. He could enter the Cloud Mist sect after the departure of the illusory Mist Celestial Lord and leave his inheritance in the Pearl. Not only did he trick the illusory Mist Celestial Lord, but he also made it difficult for the Cloud Mist sect's inheritance to truly be passed down. Few people could accept two Celestial Lord inheritances at the same time. Even the Holy Lord's soul might not withstand it. Both the illusory Mist Celestial Lord and the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord had their own agendas. From this, it could be seen that the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord had a very peculiar temperament. Lin Moyu guessed that if the Cloud Mist sect's inheritance could not be truly passed down, the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord might have a backup plan, arranging the inheritance in another place. Celestial Lords would not want their inheritance to be cut off. This idea might not be entirely correct, but it was close. As he studied the rune array, Lin Moyu's understanding of it deepened, and he gradually made new discoveries. He found that within the space-expanding rune array, there was another hidden rune array. This rune array split the space again, forming an independent space. A space within a space, similar to Lillian's inheritance place. Fortunately, he had experienced it once before, otherwise, it would not have been easy to find. Lin Moyu came to the center of the space, locked onto an area within the rune array, and drew a three-dimensional space rune. Go! The rune flew into the sky and integrated into the rune array. In an instant, the entire rune array roared and shook. The rune drawn by Lin Moyu turned into the key to the second layer of space. The space trembled and roared, and the second layer of space revealed itself. The entrance to this space was like a vortex, slowly rotating. Lin Moyu smiled and stepped into it. Being able to open the second layer of space indicated that he had basically mastered the spatial rune array. With enough time, Lin Moyu could also set up a similar rune array himself. It might be slightly inferior to that of a Celestial Lord, but it would definitely surpass the various spatial expansion arrays currently used by the human race. This gave him a subtle sense of achievement. The Holy Symbol Celestial Lord used this method to teach his successor how to set up rune arrays. There are countless methods for rune arrays, but they all follow the same fundamental principles and are ultimately interconnected. As long as one studies deeply enough, one can achieve mastery through a single method. The second layer of space was built upon the first layer, and both its stability and scale were much smaller. Lin Moyu stood inside and could see the end at a glance. The space contained only one item, and nothing else. When Lin Moyu saw this item, his eyes involuntarily narrowed. He had seen this thing before. In the worship of the extraterrestrial soul spirit race, Lin Moyu had obtained an identical box. The appearance of the box was exactly the same. As for whether the contents were the same, that was unknown. Lin Moyu did not immediately approach but stared at the box. The box is the same. Using such materials for the box indicates that the contents are also very valuable. But the runes on the outside of the box are different, so the way to open it should also be different. The previous box contained a Rule Divine Stone. What does this one contain? As Lin Moyu pondered, the box suddenly emitted light, and the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord appeared in the light. This time it was not a remnant soul, just a projection, likely some information recorded by the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord. My successor, congratulations on obtaining the treasure left by me. Being able to come here means you have already comprehended the mysteries of the rune array, and you are qualified to receive information about the next treasure point. To obtain my inheritance, you must be extremely lucky, a genius perhaps. Your era is very pitiful, but as the coward said, there is still hope. The coward escaped, and I must go after him, so I will also be leaving. I hope the contents inside will be of some use to you. As for how to open it, once you have learned my inheritance, you will naturally understand. Before I leave, I have one last warning for you. The karma of the great world is too much. If you want to grasp that thread of life, you must sever the karma. If the karma is not severed, the great world has no hope. As the words fell, the projection disappeared instantly. When the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord spoke, he initially had a somewhat joking tone, but the last two sentences became extremely serious. As the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord left, a stream of information flowed in, pointing to the next location. This reminded Lin Moyu of Lillian's star spirit race, which seemed to be the same. Lin Moyu thought it might be a peculiar habit of the Celestial Lords. Lin Moyu also felt a tightness in his heart. Karma, it's because of karma again. He muttered to himself, savoring the words left by the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord. The great world was entangled in karma, ultimately leading to its current state. To sever the karma, but how to sever it? Lin Moyu's understanding of karma was still too shallow, and he could only act based on his feelings, which might not be correct. Sever the karma. He repeatedly chewed on these 4 words, and a method to sever the karma emerged in his mind. That was to kill all the alien races, leaving none behind. When people die, the light goes out. When the alien races are all dead, won't the karma be severed? Lin Moyu had a sudden realization, his eyes shining, it should be correct. The strong ones in the great world back then, when plundering the origins of various worlds, kindly provided living places for the alien races. This also caused the karma to never be severed, entangling the great world more and more, ultimately leading to disaster. Perhaps the illusory mist celestial lord had already figured it out at the end, but it was too late. The words of the holy symbol celestial lord should not be his own, but those of the illusory mist celestial lord. He said he was going to chase the illusory mist celestial lord, but in fact, he was just finding an excuse to leave. Lin Moyu's thoughts raced, quickly sorting out the cause and effect. Karma is very mysterious, like layers of space. Each race has its own karma, and each being has its own karma. However, outside the great world, there seems to be an even larger karma, which affects the entire great world. The illusory mist celestial lord and the holy symbol celestial lord both escaped and left the great world. They went to a broader world. Lin Moyu had a feeling that these celestial lords who escaped the great world became homeless wanderers. When the great world completely collapses, their homeland will be gone too. For some reason, Lin Moyu felt that these celestial lords were very pitiful and also very sad. When a person no longer has their homeland, what can they leave behind? Lin Moyu never thought of escaping. No matter the reason, he would not run away. This emotion was very strange. Lin Moyu himself could not explain it, but it just emerged, quickly taking root and becoming deeply ingrained. The only path before Lin Moyu was to rebuild the divine path and repair the great world. Either perish with the great world or be reborn with the great world. He picked up the box, and runes flowed on it. These runes were different from those on the previous box, and the way to open it was completely different. He could still hand the box to the Rune Saint Lord and let him decipher it. But this time, Lin Moyu planned to do it himself, as it was also a test for himself. He put away the box and returned to the deck of the treasure ship. At this moment, the treasure ship had returned to the secret realm he was in, back to the desert. The oasis disappeared, and the desert reappeared. However, the moisture in the air remained, and there seemed to be some water flow under the desert. The secret realm is like this, constantly cycling in evolution until it reaches perfection. The treasure ship stayed in the desert for a moment, then plunged into the desert. The treasure ship moved quickly, crashing into the desert, raising a sky full of yellow sand, and speeding through the sand. The runes on the ship shone brightly, keeping all the sand outside. The connection with the human emperor network was rapidly weakening. In just 2 seconds, it had completely lost contact with the human emperor network. This time, the human emperor network did not provide any information, perhaps because there was no time. Lin Moyu stood on the treasure ship, his expression unchanged, without any panic. He knew that the treasure ship was about to take him into the second layer of the secret realm. What the second layer of the treasure ship's secret realm would be like, no one knew. He would be the first human to enter. After flying in the world of yellow sand for a long time, light appeared in his eyes, and the treasure ship rushed out from the other end. In the sky, red and black light intertwined, the power from the dark great world raging here. The power of the black blood great world transformed into countless black beasts, while the power of the runes transformed into rune warriors. The black beasts and rune warriors were locked in battle, a fight that had been going on for who knows how many years, seemingly never stopping. Is this the second stage? Lin Moyu muttered to himself. It was different from what he had imagined the second stage to be. The rune was so gentle, who would have thought that the second stage would be a battlefield? Suddenly, Lin Moyu squinted his eyes and looked into the distance. A black-clad warrior holding a sharp sword was flying towards him at high speed. Lin Moyu squinted his eyes slightly. He had seen this person before. It was the black-clad swordsman from the Black Blood Great World who had once fought fiercely with the ancient symbol warriors, a terrifying figure comparable to a celestial lord. Of course, it wasn't the person himself but a manifestation of his power. The swordsman lunged at the treasure ship, swinging his sharp sword. The treasure ship glowed, and a formation appeared, not only blocking his attack but also accelerating suddenly, knocking him away. Clearly, the treasure ship and the opponent had been fighting for many years. Neither side had consciousness, they were both driven by the residual will of their masters, engaging in instinctive combat. Lin Moyu observed and found that the opponent's combat power was between the 8th and 9th ranks of the Divine Sovereign. The treasure ship's formation defense was also at the peak of the Divine Sovereign, easily blocking the opponent. However, the treasure ship only had defensive capabilities and no offensive power, so it couldn't do anything to the opponent. One attacked, the other defended, and they had been in a stalemate for countless years. But now that Lin Moyu was here, this stalemate was coming to an end. Perish, Lin Moyu thought, and the undying flame burned fiercely in the air. The skeleton throne appeared, and the skeleton king slowly rose. The cloak made of undying flame fluttered behind him, and the power of the rules entwined around him. After Lin Moyu advanced to the second rank of the Divine Sovereign, the Skeleton King became stronger but did not cross the boundary between the Divine Sovereign and the Beyond Realm. The Skeleton King was still at the peak of the Divine Sovereign, but among the peak Divine Sovereigns, he was an absolute powerhouse. At this moment, the Skeleton King was somewhat similar to Zhu Qiwu, who had previously held the battlefield. He was much stronger than an ordinary 9th-ranked Divine Sovereign but still not as strong as someone in the Beyond Realm. The Divine Sovereign and the Beyond Realm represented a qualitative change, not easily crossed. The Skeleton King walked onto the black-clad swordsman and swung his giant bone sword. God-slaying. The opening move was the signature spell, God-slaying sword. The black-clad swordsman exploded on the spot under the God-slaying sword, but he did not die. Countless black gases scattered and reassembled not far away, and the black-clad swordsman reappeared. His aura remained unchanged, and the Skeleton King's attack was ineffective against him. Lin Moyu's heart moved, and with the blessing of the rules, a large amount of undying rule power appeared on the Skeleton King's sword. The dense undying rule power wrapped around the entire bone sword, turning the originally white bone sword gray. The Skeleton King swung the bone sword, slashing at the black-clad swordsman. The 10,000-meter-tall Skeleton King swung his sword with incredible momentum. It was as if mountains were collapsing and the earth was cracking, and the entire secret realm trembled. The black-clad swordsman couldn't resist and exploded on the spot. The black gas reassembled not far away, but this time Lin Moyu felt that it had weakened a bit. The undying rule power corroded part of the Black Blood Great World's power, causing it real harm. The Skeleton King swung his sword repeatedly, and the black-clad swordsman was continuously shattered into pieces, each time weaker than the last. Lin Moyu's heart moved, and a large number of skeleton divine generals flew out, attacking the black beasts. With the same rule blessing, the swords were also covered with undying rule power. In just a few minutes, all the black beasts in the secret realm were dead, and the black-clad swordsman was completely shattered, unable to reassemble. Without the power of the Black Blood Great World, the entire secret realm became much cleaner. Countless warriors formed by runes reverted to runes, flew into the sky, and merged into the void. Lin Moyu once again felt a sense of tranquility. The runes that evolved the treasure ship secret realm seemed to have always been meant to be this peaceful. They were forced to fight and defend themselves. The treasure ship carried Lin Moyu deeper into the secret realm. Along the way, the weather was pleasant, and the secret realm was well evolved, even forming stars. Lin Moyu felt that if given more time, this place might form a small world. A vast ocean appeared in his sight, with blue waves rippling and the sound of water roaring. The treasure ship gradually descended and plunged into the water, heading towards the depths of the ocean. The entire ocean was devoid of life, very quiet. The light gradually disappeared, and only the treasure ship glowed, becoming the only light source. After sailing underwater for a long time, a stone tablet appeared in sight. Ancient Symbol Stone Tablet. Seeing the stone tablet, Lin Moyu knew he had reached his destination. The treasure ship stopped beside the Ancient Symbol Stone Tablet, and Lin Moyu examined it. The stone tablet was inscribed with an ancient symbol in a dragon and phoenix dance style. With just one look, he was sure that this ancient symbol was the work of the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord, identical to those inside the treasure ship's internal space. Every secret realm ends with such a stone tablet. This stone tablet should be a material for carrying runes from ancient times, but in today's era, it seems that this material can no longer be found. The ancient symbol warriors of the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord used countless stone tablets to form the main structure. Lin Moyu thought to himself while drawing a rune in his hand. This rune came from the inheritance of the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord, a high-level rune created by the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord himself. Its sole purpose was to imprint runes on magical treasures, more effective than using a soul imprint. The Holy Symbol Celestial Lord called it the imprint rune. Lin Moyu placed the imprint rune on the treasure ship, which had become an ownerless object. When the ancient symbol warriors collapsed, the Holy Symbol Celestial Lord came here before leaving, entered the treasure ship, and left that box. At the same time, he also removed his imprint from the treasure ship. After millions of years, Lin Moyu used the imprint rune to find a new owner for the treasure ship. After imprinting the rune, the treasure ship successfully recognized its new owner, and Lin Moyu waved his hand to put it away. Then Lin Moyu began to truly focus on the ancient symbol stone tablet. The ancient symbol on the stone tablet was extremely profound, and as Lin Moyu stared at it, his soul power was rapidly consumed. The familiar feeling surged up again, and Lin Moyu knew that his realm was still insufficient to fully comprehend the ancient symbol. However, compared to before, he was much better. Previously, Lin Moyu didn't understand, but now he knew that the ancient symbol was also limited by the power of the rules. As long as he reached a high-level divine sovereign and possessed a trace of the power of the rules, he could fully comprehend the ancient symbol. At that time, the ancient symbols he drew would also incorporate the power of the rules, greatly increasing their power. Since he couldn't comprehend it, Lin Moyu didn't force it. He placed his hand on the stone tablet, touching the ancient symbol. A roar echoed in his mind, and the ancient symbol evolved, and a warrior appeared in his soul world. This was the test required to obtain the ancient symbol. Even the gentlest ancient symbol was no exception. The soul raised its hand, and the soul-slaying sword flew out like lightning, instantly piercing through the warrior's body. The soul power exploded, and the warrior's body was shattered into pieces. Lin Moyu's soul was too strong, and the test of the ancient symbol was nothing to him. The soul-slaying sword easily shredded the warrior evolved from the ancient symbol, and the scene before him changed, indicating that Lin Moyu had been recognized by the ancient symbol. The aura of the human emperor network came, and then a giant hand descended from the sea surface, reaching into the seabed and grabbing the ancient symbol stone tablet. The giant hand from the human emperor network grabbed the stone tablet and flew out of the secret realm, and an exit appeared in front of Lin Moyu. Another secret realm cleared. In the past, I took your ancient symbols, but this time I finally returned one to you. Lin Moyu thought of the previous times when the human emperor network returned empty-handed, but this time it finally obtained a new ancient symbol, and a highly complete one at that. Lin Moyu once again felt the tranquility of this world, smiled lightly, and shook his head. This world, for now, does not belong to me. With a hint of helplessness, he stepped into the exit and left the secret realm. Outside the treasure ship secret realm, cultivators appeared out of thin air one by one. What happened? Why did I suddenly come out? I clearly saw a piece of symbol gold, and I was about to get it. How did I end up outside? This is so strange. We all came out suddenly. Did something happen in the secret realm? These cultivators were suddenly ejected from the secret realm, each with a look of confusion. Someone frowned. I feel like I've heard of this happening before. At this moment, Lin Moyu was also teleported out of the secret realm. Without stopping, he activated the space law and took a step, instantly moving 30 million kilometers away. With another step, he completely disappeared. Lin Moyu's sudden appearance and instant disappearance were so fast that people barely caught a glimpse of him. That person came out too. That person? Which person? The one who suddenly appeared a few days ago and then entered the secret realm. Oh, him. His speed is really incredible. Yeah, is that really the speed a divine sovereign can achieve? I just blinked, and he was gone. Amidst the discussions, those who had been ejected from the secret realm received messages from the human emperor network. Your task is complete. Reward, 100 divine city merit points. Your task is complete. Reward, 100 divine city merit points. Regardless of whether they had completed their tasks, the human emperor network considered them all completed. Suddenly, someone shouted, I know what happened. Someone cleared the secret realm. Someone must have cleared the secret realm. Everyone, check the divine city announcement. At his shout, everyone present connected to the human emperor network to check the announcement. Sure enough, a dazzling announcement appeared in the human emperor network. Divine city announcement. Intermediate personnel Lin Moyu successfully cleared the mid-26999 star system treasure ship secret realm. This secret realm will be permanently closed, and related tasks will be cancelled. Upon seeing the announcement, everyone was shocked. It's Lin Moyu again. He's clearing secret realms again. He hasn't cleared a secret realm in a long time. I thought he had retired. Maybe he was in seclusion for cultivation. Once he makes a move, he clears a secret realm. Truly a top genius. The Divine City announcement not only shocked them but also the entire Divine City star domain. After years of silence, Lin Moyu had started clearing secret realms again. Many people began to speculate how many more secret realms Lin Moyu would clear next. Would he attempt those high-difficulty secret realms? Some even speculated how long it would take for Lin Moyu to become a high-level personnel. Everything about Lin Moyu seemed to intrigue people. Divine City Star Domain, Outer Region. The tall and burly Chu Shang sighed, the gap between us and Brother Lin has become so wide. Zhuang Bai, sipping tea beside him, said, "It's normal. Brother Lin is no ordinary person, not someone we can compare to." Chu Shang snorted, "I think you've fallen into a comfortable life and forgotten your ambitions." Zhuang Bai chuckled, "I never had big ambitions. Achieving Divine Sovereign? It shouldn't take too long. Entering Divine City, haven't I already done that? Then I'll cultivate step by step. With our talent and resources, reaching high-level Divine Sovereign isn't difficult. As for going higher, that depends on opportunities, which can't be forced." Chu Shang didn't quite agree with Zhuang Bai. Some opportunities need to be fought for. Zhuang Bai shook his head. Forcing too much can backfire and even cost your life. Sometimes, going with the flow is best. Chu Shang still didn't agree. Wait until Sister Qingfei returns. Let's see if you can still talk tough. Zhuang Bai chuckled, "All right, then I'll tell Sister Xylan that you want to go on an adventure." Chu Shang's face changed. "You're spreading rumors." Zhuang Bai laughed, half true, half false. "You do have that thought. You." He couldn't out-argue Zhuang Bai and finally said helplessly, "I wonder when we can see Brother Lin again." Zhuang Bai said, "Just send him a message. If you want to see him, Brother Lin will surely come." Chu Shang shook his head. "I'm not smart, but I'm not stupid. Brother Lin has his own matters. Let's not disturb him." Divine City, Central Temple, the symbol Saint Sovereign's face was filled with joy. "The ancient symbol we obtained this time is excellent, with over 90% completeness. This ancient symbol may not seem important, but it is a crucial part of ancient puppets, a hub for many ancient symbols. Once I understand this ancient symbol, I might be able to create some ancient symbol puppets." The Heavenly Saint Sovereign smiled. "It seems that little friend Lin has made another contribution." The symbol Saint Sovereign nodded. "The treasure ship secret realm has existed for countless years, and no one has ever cleared it. Only little friend Lin could do it. He is indeed a genius of our time." The Heavenly Saint Sovereign asked, "When do you plan to pass on the runes that little friend Lin previously gave you?" The symbol Saint Sovereign said, "I have already mastered all those runes. In a few days, I can pass them on. But I have an idea. We should build more faith towers for little friend Lin." The Heavenly Saint Sovereign said, "You don't need to say it. I've already ordered it." This time, we obtained 100 star systems from the 3 clans, all allocated to little friend Lin to gather faith power for him. The two discussed how to reward Lin Moyu. They knew that ordinary rewards were no longer useful to him. Faith power, as one of the fundamental powers of the human race, is extremely useful at any level. So, after discussion, they decided that faith power would be the best reward for Lin Moyu. As for Divine City merit points, Lin Moyu no longer valued them much. On the surface, he was still an intermediate personnel, but in reality, his authority surpassed that of high-level personnel. Far from the treasure ship secret realm, Lin Moyu had just taken out his warship when he suddenly received a message from the Human Emperor Network. "Congratulations on completing the first stage of the treasure ship secret realm task. Reward, 100 Divine City merit points. Congratulations on clearing the treasure ship secret realm. Reward, 5,000 Divine City merit points." After receiving the message, Lin Moyu showed no expression. He controlled the warship to enter deep space, heading towards his next target, while taking out a piece of symbol gold obtained from the treasure ship secret realm. During the symbol gold eruption, Lin Moyu had also seized the opportunity to obtain some. This piece of symbol gold was of excellent quality, a top-grade piece. If sold, it could fetch at least 1,000 Divine City merit points. After the treasure ship secret realm was cleared, it would be permanently closed but not disappear. The treasure ship secret realm still existed, just in a different place, still under human control. Symbol gold could continue to be produced, and the output might even be greater than before. The symbol gold produced later would be sold through the human race's trading post. Symbol masters could purchase it there if needed. Clearing the secret realm was only beneficial to the human race, with no drawbacks. Lin Moyu used his soul power to transform into flames to refine the symbol gold. The purple flames burned fiercely, quickly softening the symbol gold and purifying it further. A piece of symbol gold was divided into 10 thin plates by Lin Moyu. Then Lin Moyu began to draw runes, intending to create light retention runes and space leap runes, which would then be fused to form 3 light runes. Lin Moyu had drawn these 2 runes countless times and was very skilled. Soon, the 2 runes were drawn and quickly fused. The entire process was smooth and without any delay. In just 10 minutes, a brand new 3 light rune was created.